actually a bit of deep house jazz. And thank you to Sheila Halloway for the saxophone solo there. Good morning, welcome to the show. Thanks to Jen for starting the day today. But then, it's Thursday, you get around the corner, it's Friday, and then it's the weekend. And then the weekend finishes, and everyone in here goes, payday! Oh, shocking takes of breath for all the girls. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. My name's Dean. We've got a great hour for you now because we're going to go back to stamping, one of the purest forms of craft, I believe, because everyone stamps from school onwards, haven't they? Well, I've said it many, many times before. A bit of potato, a bit of paint. I say yes, stamp. And then it sort of progresses from there. And so we have this inbuilt DNA for stamping, don't we? No, we like it. Now, you don't even have to be an artist. You don't have to need to know how to draw. People do the work for you so you can look brilliant. And now, in this hour, I'm going to give you as much as I possibly can from Rare Earth. The company, as you know, that gives us really great products that make us look great. It makes us feel like we're being arty, and the end product is absolutely fantastic. In this show, I've got 4 A4 sheets of stamps. We've got backgrounds, we've got sort of, if you like, those little stamps that you just need, not big stamps of a flower, but a flower pot and a bench and a chair and a pair of wellies. So when you do Dad's card, you don't want to go overboard, but Mum, there's a little bike on there with flowers on, or maybe a little cottage, turn that into a pub. Do you see what I mean? Suddenly 4 sets of stamps are lots and lots of different themes, and that's what you want. You want it to be totally generic. You want it to be for every occasion. Anniversary, birthday, new home, just say thanks. Just generally, really, you can do that. Now, in this hour, not only are we going to show you this, we've got a couple of other Rare Earth products as well, including some beautiful paintbrushes and inks, and all that's going to come together with amazing demonstrations with a new guest for me, a lady that's been on your screens before. We're really looking forward to talking to. She's standing to my right, and she's right here. We've discussed it. It's Kelly. Right? Hello, my darling. I'll get a kiss. Good to see you, darling. Now, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Nice to have you. This is your second time on.
It is,
but
yes.
you're raring to go. Raring to go.
I am raring to go.
Yeah. Right, before I talk all about this, we know we're going to do a lot of crafting today. I want to talk about you.
Okay.
Crafting. How long have you been crafting?
So I've been doing card craft for about 3 or 4 years now.
Okay.
It started as a little thing I'd done now and again, but now it took off after I had the birth of my son.
Right.
I had a C-section, so I couldn't leave the house.
One of them, that old chestnut.
Yeah, and it was just before Christmas, so November, and I was like, I want to make all my Christmas cards.
Right.
So I ordered the stuff, and that's where it started.
Fabulous.
And from there, I made myself a blog, I do tutorials, and I just love
So basically, you sort of, your hobby's turned in sort of to your job, because it's not your main job.
No.
Because your main job is?
I work with people with dementia.
Which is fabulous. And can I, on behalf of all the nation, say thank you, because we get a chance to say thank you, because people don't say that. And also, do you know what? And it's been a long, long time since I've seen anyone with braided hair. You look like you're straight out of a nursery rhyme. That's fabulous hair.
I thought it would go with the look of the cottages in Classic.
Oh, you see what you've done there. But hang on, ladies and gentlemen, there's a reason. There's a reason, isn't there?
There is a reason.
Tell us why you've got your hair like so long.
I've been growing it for the last 5 years because I'm getting it trimmed off this month for the Little Princess Foundation to make a wig for a young child with cancer. So I just thought it was a well worth cause.
Do you know what? Well done. Thank you for that as well. So that's the lady. That's what we're talking about here. A lady that gives. Now what we're going to do in this, you're going to give even more because you're going to show us how to use these wonderful stamps.
Yeah.
Tell us why you love this collection. I know I love it. I open the show by saying it's as much about choice, but also so many different types of cards, Kelly.
There is. I mean, when I first received these stamps, because I didn't know what was coming, I was blown away by the imagery and the quality that you get in this stamp collection. And the variety is amazing. I can make a layered stamp and scenery with lots and lots of things going on, or I can keep it very basic.
And the thing about this is, of course, if someone asks you for a card, you could turn to this collection straight away. You'd probably better get away with it, wouldn't you? If they say, I need a card for me dad or me mum, or they like this or the other, or it's my sister and my brother, it's all in there. I'm going to do the money, and then we're going to crack on with the show, because I know we've got a fabulous demo to start with. We're going to a slightly longer demo. Trust me, I won't interrupt. I know what you're thinking at home. Don't worry, I'll be all right. I want to have a little chat, because we're sort of a similar part of the world. This lady's from the very first place I ever got my best sunburn. In Littlehampton. It was the one that you shiver in the night and you cry. It's one of those. Yeah, I remember Littlehampton. 465661. The stamps by Rare Earth, the Cottage Garden Collection. Please don't take the Cottage Garden name as a theme. I don't think it is. We'll tell you a little bit later on. 91 stamps, normally 90 quid. Well, it's not bad, about £1 a stamp. not bad, is it? But today, new today, if you're quick, you can get for 41.38, and I think it's a bargain. You've got a collection with backgrounds. We're going to start with a wall one, which I'll have a picket fence, and they don't look very much on their own, but you start taking these out and building a scene and building a theme honestly, you're going to be so glad you bought them. Now, FlexiPay. A sexy Flexi Bucket is open immediately from the beginning of the show. £20.69, and we'll send you the whole lot. Card-wise, though, we've had a look at a few to start the show. I just want to just check in some of these cards. I mean, 6x6, I don't know, 5x7, a 4x4, whatever you want to make, or even a Dean Landscape. That's a DL.
Oh, a DL.
Do more of what makes you happy. Another way, a sarcastic laugh. We're going to get on. And the thing is, I'll go across this one. This could be a house or a pub or anything, couldn't it?
It could.
Yeah,
definitely.
I love that one, the picket fence. Simplistic cards that you don't have to really think about. Look at that. And it's all about the layering. Absolutely gorgeous. And don't forget, every single one of these is angel policy free, because you can sell cards, can't you?
You can sell your makes. As much as you want.
And that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
41.38, 20.69. Let's break down the value, because remember, if you bought these individually, you'd be paying $22.99 a set. That isn't too bad. That isn't too bad at all. $22.99 for an A4 set of stamps, when you consider the amount of stamps you get on. Obviously, one of them's got 4 stamps on, but they're 4 backgrounds. But apart from that, every single one's got an item number: 662, 663, 664, 666. Ooh. But today we don't want £91. I'm loving this music. Bit of deep house going on. Sheila, go listen to Sheila. Brilliant. I said, give her enough gin, she'll do anything. 41.30 or £20.69. There you go. That's what you need to do. Go online at crafty.com. If you'd like to say hello to Kelly this morning and say welcome to the show, because it's your show as well as ours, remember? Studio at crafty.com. I'd love to hear from you. And what do you think of the stamps? And are you a Rare Earth fan? All those things, you come through to the studio. Now, with the stamps, you're going to need ink. And we're going to be using inks. Now, you're looking at these and going, oh, they're bright, aren't they? But don't worry, because Kelly's got a great way and a demonstration showing how you can sort of just take down that brightness and maybe use them in a different way. 6 ink pads, $41.94 normally, but that doesn't sound right. It sounds better when there's a 2 in the front. $29.99, 465, 674. And in your flexi basket, we've got about £15. Get this out of the way and we'll crack on. Now then, the first question we always get when we're stamping is, what card do I need to use? That's what newbies say. We're telling you the Rare Earth stamping card. It's been designed for the job. We're going to use it today. 50 A4 sheets. It's 250 GSM, so it's quite a heavy card, but it's good for absorbency, etc., etc. And it's just $8.99. We've also got some pigment ink pads, which is the one that I call sticky ink, basically. It's embossing sticky ink. Just say what it is. And what you do, use this to put you onto your stamp. Then, of course, you put your embossing powders and do a completely different technique. That's why we love stamps, because there's so many different things you can do with them. And that little, it's quite a big ink pad, actually. £6.29. I definitely need to order a drink with this music. The Rare Earth watercolour set Multimedia Brushes. You do know I love the Multimedia Brushes. I love brushes anyway. You can't have enough of them. 405 665 if you want yours today. They're a lovely set. Beautiful bristles on here. They're all shaped. Chisel ones in there. You've got fine detail ones. And all got a nice wooden handle as well. Booty, £7.90. And if you're thinking, I'm not very good at stamping because I never get it in the same place and it's always squished and it always squishes and smudges, don't worry. The original, not cutting mat. No, don't worry, I'll wait. The Rare Earth load and fold stamping tool set, 8x8 and a 6x8 set. So if you make a mistake, you can re-ink and go straight back in the same place. They're the originals with the hinge on. They sell out most times, but they're back in stock for now. £26.99. So you're looking at about £13.50 in your flexi basket. Thank you, Sam. Now then. This is the bit I'm waiting for. Means I don't have to do anything now. I can just watch and be impressed. So then, I've got the whole collection. Where are you starting, Kay?
So I'm going to share with you a technique that I do with my load and fold, and actually my scan and cut. So scan and cuts are amazing because they can create any of your images into a digital file that can be cut. Okay. So I now have created my own dies. Oh, I can't pick them up. My own dies with my scan and cut.
I don't understand.
Okay, so I stamp the image.
Yeah.
And I make sure that all the lines are met for my first image.
So you join them up.
Yeah.
With a fine liner pen.
That's it, exactly.
I'm all over that, yeah.
Scan it in, convert it into the cutting file on your machine. Then you can take it to your Canvas studio. You can resize it just a little bit so it's got a nice little border. Then you can just cut out your blanks. So this is perfect.
Is this masks?
So, no, this isn't mask. This is to stamp onto.
Oh, okay. Oh, yes, of course. You're actually making the actual thing.
Yeah.
You're making an actual pot rather than just stamping a pot. I'm with you now.
So well, I'm not. I'm stamping it onto my cutter.
That's what I'm
which
saying.
is fantastic.
So you've made an embellishment.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, and it's such a brilliant way to
Because what some people do is stamp, then cut it out on your machine, but you do it the other way.
I do, because if you're crafting on the go, you can't take a die machine with you, or you scan and cut.
See? Cut them all out first, take it with you.
Cut them all out first. But if you do this technique, I do suggest you use a fine liner pen. If there are any lines that don't meet, join them up for when you first scan it in.
Well,
you get a crisp...
you'll end up numbing because it won't work.
Yeah, you'll get a crisp image. But also cut yourself a little mask.
Okay.
Yeah. All you need to do is first position your stamps. And what's amazing about the load and fold is you can see through both sides.
Right.
You can use this technique with any stamping tool you have, but I think it works better with the load and fold because I can see when I look through, it's lined up nicely.
Do you know the penny? The penny?
The penny has just dropped. Just dropped.
Literally just dropped. Do you understand what we're doing? It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Put them back in. The load and fold is in the right place because you put the stamps in first, and then when you stamp on, everything's perfect, and you have embellishments pre-cut. Okay.
Yeah. And it is a technique that I've done with crafters for a long time.
Well, not us, you haven't.
No. But that's why I thought it was something that I needed to share today.
Yeah, everyone loves to share.
It's just another technique to use with such an amazing system. So I'm just stamping.
Oh, okay, email in. Do you love that? You're going to do that? You're going to pitch that idea? We love it. We're going to share it. Look at that. Embellishments to go on your car straight away. You've got
they've come out perfect. I don't know if you can.
Hang on, hold them still. Look at that. There you go. And you could do 100 of those.
You could.
Just keep putting the card in.
If you do craft fairs like I do, cut out a load and stamp while you're there.
Yeah, it gives you something to do.
Gives you something to do. People like to see you working.
Do you know, I'm glad you said that because I always say that. I said, when you go to a craft, let's sit under a table like that, you get a cup of coffee. Hello. If you're crafting and not look at people, go, oh, what are you doing? They go, hello. This is such and such and such. And then you're educating, you're sharing, and it looks like you're doing something, and people will stop and... Because everyone knows it. Generally, we're all nosy, aren't we? We all like a little peep, don't we?
We all like to know what people are up to.
Oh, yeah. All the time. Except we don't like them knowing what we're up to.
No. So now I'm just going to pop those over to one side because I'll do all my colouring at once. Okay. Otherwise I'll get ink everywhere because I'm a very messy crafter. I'm just using some low tack tape just to hold into place my cardstock, which is the stamping cardstock by Rare Earth. Okay. It's my go-to cardstock. It gives a nice smooth coverage when you stamp, which I love. So it's fantastic.
We're going bricks.
We're going bricks. We are going bricks. I've got my box of bits and I've got me.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Here we go. We have to
do magic.
We have to do embossing, don't we?
We do. I love it. So I'm using the brick stamp. It is almost like a repeating pattern, so you can match it together. So we're just going to stamp that and get our image. This is a really good tacky ink, which is fantastic for... I've just got a bubble.
You've got a bubble.
There we go. Really fantastic for our heat embossing. You may not be able to see it, but you may be able to.
It's the big reveal.
Yeah,
are these repeating patterns?
Yes.
Can you go side to side if you want to?
So we're going to go side to side. So now I'm just going to move my low tack tape over to here. I'm going to pick it up.
Line it up. Yeah, always move the stamp and line it up on your page.
Yeah,
this brickwork is great. It's a really oldie-woldy one.
And yeah, what's nice about this actual one is if you don't get it quite right, it doesn't matter because it's brick.
Because you can't see it, yeah. Love it.
And, we do make mistakes and sometimes we have to hide them somehow.
Stick a butterfly on it.
Yeah, exactly. Always.
Always, just stick a butterfly on it.
So once you're happy, and I'm happy with that.
I'm happy with that.
I probably should have used my embossing buddy powder bag first, but I forgot.
No one ever does. No one ever does. They always forget. They always forget that, don't they? The anti-static bag.
That's the one.
What colour are you going with?
I'm going with black.
Oh, nice.
I'm going with black. So we're going with black. Nice. Resist.
Are you on again later?
I am.
Oh, you got some more stuff for later?
Yes.
Oh, I tell you what. You don't miss out. On at 5 o'clock, I think. I've just been told.
Yes.
15% of the stock of the stamps has already gone. We haven't got through our first demonstration yet. So I'm telling you now that we've got all we've got is all we've got. So when they've gone, they've gone. They're meant to be here tonight. So you never know. Well, see, the thing is, that looks really cool, doesn't it?
It does, just like that.
A bit of a sort of Pink Floyd, another brick in the wall.
Well, what I just thought, when I got this, what I thought was, I can use that brick wall for so many different
But it doesn't matter
styles.
if you put too much on or not enough on, or leave some off. That's what I love about it. It's really forgiving as a stamp.
It is. Sorry, I'm going to make a little bit of noise now.
Let me hold it.
Yeah, sorry.
What on earth? No,
it's the tiniest cable.
Tiniest cable, and we've had the extension. It doesn't actually fit the floor. Well, I'll hold the extension cable. You do your thing.
Okay.
Go on. You on? You're not on? Right,
not
stay
on.
there. Stay there.
Stay there.
I did this last week.
Oh, there we go. We're on.
How long the extension lead? That is the smallest cable on a heat gun I've ever seen in my life.
I need to get a new one. It was because my last one died on me, and I had to get one quick. And I use it in classes.
Oh dear.
I love the magic of heat embossing.
Do you know what? Thousands of people have come to craft because of this technique.
Oh, yeah. When I first done this, I was like, this is amazing.
It's alchemy.
Yeah.
That's what it is, because the powder turns to liquid and then it goes solid. So it's all those chemistry all in one.
It is. What's brilliant is it's such an easy technique. You're just holding a heat tool, keep it away from your fingers, moving across the card.
Melt the powder.
That's it.
And do you know what? It's another one of those things that feels really crafty, doesn't it? You've got a heat gun in your hand, you've got a bit of paper, and you're actually doing it. You've watched it on the telly, and now you're proper crafting. You're not just sitting there colouring in, because you think, I'm colouring in, it's good, but I want to do some other stuff.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Well, you can see it changing when it starts to shine. That shine is amazing.
Do you get bored of this? You never get bored, do you?
Never.
So how old's your little one then?
He's 2.
2? What's his name?
His name's Theo.
Theo.
Yeah.
2. Wow.
And he is.
Is it terrible 2s?
Yes.
Is it? Good.
Yeah.
I like boys to be boys and girls to be girls. I like to go through that stage. Mine's 6.
6.
7 in June.
They grow up quick though.
No, too quick.
They do.
They lost a tooth. His voice is breaking.
No. No, my little boy, he's fabulous. Yeah. Actually, if you get the Crate and Craft magazine, I've done a load of projects based around him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What, this month?
This month.
Oh, well, have a look.
Yeah.
I've got a copy, but I haven't actually looked at it yet because it's got my face on the front. I keep turning it over.
Oh.
Yeah, I put it places where I take it home and keeps Georgie away from the fire.
We're almost done.
Don't worry.
I think. Sorry. I probably should have.
Here. I'm holding on to extension lead. Because it doesn't reach the floor, so it's all hanging. I think only here.
I think we're done.
There you go.
I probably should have done.
If you're manufacturing heat guns in the world and you're watching, can you put a 2 metre lead on, not a 50 centimetre lead, because it's pointless. Just saying. Won't mention the brand this time, but you know. There you go. That's about 1.5 meters, isn't it, Fiona? Fiona's got 1.5 meters on hers. Show off. Right.
Now, so we're going to make our brickwork look like brickwork.
Okay, how do we do that then?
So with our colours, they are beautiful and bright and like a rainbow.
This is my point. I love the rainbow colours, but I don't really want a rainbow wall, do I?
No. Well, no. Well, you might do.
We might do.
You might do. Yeah. So I'm just going to squidge some colours onto my mat. Now, a glass mat, or if you have some of the...
Blimey.
I know. Then I'm just going to... So I've just added some of the yellow, green, a little bit of green and red to make my colour.
If you want a glass mat, we've got them in the show, and it's on the screen now at the bottom. I'll put my glasses on, I can't see. There you go, the kit and caboodle, $12.99 for a glass clay mat. It's almost an essential. You have to have it. Oh, thanks, Dora.
Definitely.
Thanks. There's the mat, and it comes in a packet like that. But also,
there I am. Yeah.
There you are, Kellyanne's. Look, double spread.
Yeah.
With all your Theo, with all your bits and pieces. There you go. Welcome, little one. Is that
That's him.
the
That
baby
was when he
picture?
was, but yeah.
Oh, there you go. So if you want to catch up on the Craft magazine, if you haven't got this, you're not a member. Be a member and you'll get the magazine. And
get some great projects to make. Yeah.
Who's that guy? Who's that award winner?
That handsome
That's
man.
Steph Waitman, actually. See?
So what I'm going to do is, now I've added these colours, I'm going to kind of wash them out a bit so I can blend them.
Okay.
And I'm just going to spray a bit of water. I'm actually going to take one of my blending tools and give it a good mix. And now you can see those tones have changed.
Right. Oh, yes, it's gone a brown.
We've got the brown.
But they always say, don't they, mixing colours at school is one thing we learn. I think you
Yeah.
Right, but then if you mix everything and keep mixing, you end up with brown.
Yeah. Well,
do you not think that? You get to school, you keep putting colours, and eventually, oh, no, it's gone brown again.
It does. But it's good to be able to make any tone of brown.
It just shows you that from obviously those bright colours, we've got that lovely, like, almost like a browny, rusty colour.
Yeah, and that's the colour that we want for the bricks. So I'm just going to brush that over my card. And actually, it goes quite a long way, really. And look how lovely that looks already.
Yeah,
I'm just going to keep on adding a bit of water because it does dry out, but you can reactivate
but these are water. So yellow, orange and green gives you a brownie colour.
It does.
And have a bit of a practice.
Yeah.
On your glass mat, because it always wipes clean, doesn't it? It always wipes off.
But when I'd done that, I only added a small amount of green. More green you add, the darker it is.
Okay.
So you can just create your own tones with what you've got, which is fantastic. You can make the terracotta colours.
Yeah, you've got more. With those 6 colours.
But that's why it works perfectly with this stamp set.
Yeah.
Because you've got you can make all the earth tones that you need. The only thing that I've added for some of them is the little black.
Right, okay.
Which is the Blackbird by Rare Earth. Their ink drops are fantastic.
Which on a lot of this stuff may be on the website. If it isn't, get the item number written down. The item number never ever changes. There you go. So we've got all our bricks.
So we've got our bricks.
Like a terracotta bricky thing.
And I like bits of white coming through, and I don't want it to be smooth and even because I don't think that's
the loveliest thing
looking.
when you go to an old house or a renovation or something like that, nothing's ever perfect. And we like it when there's a bit of white paint on the bricks and stuff. And we go into bars and restaurants and go, isn't it authentic? It's really cool in here. It's because they've made it and left it authentic. If they scraped it all back and washed it and made it with pure, you'd go, it looked like a toilet, wouldn't it?
It would. And that's not the look you're
going for. No, it's not the look you're going for, isn't it? No.
So I'm just using a sponge to clean, and I try to use a sponge instead of wet wipes.
Okay.
Saves the environment. It does.
It's making us all feel bad now.
No, not at all.
Everyone's just done with a wet wipe.
No, I do have them. I've got a son, and they are brilliant.
But don't put them in the toilet.
Yeah, don't put them in the toilet.
Because they're not. You know, this is flushable. They're not. And I don't care who writes in. They're not. And I'll tell you why I know they're not. Because my next door neighbour is very high up in in a water company, and she said they're not. Please, it costs millions of pounds to get them out of the drain. Look, we got environmental there, didn't we?
We did. Can't help it.
No, good for you.
So now I'm going to colour in my images that I've stamped and I've already cut out. I'm using similar colours. Should we make the wellies green or red?
You're asking me. It's your project.
Well,
I'm trying not to talk.
I'm getting you involved.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Green wellies. They're posh, aren't they? They're pretentious.
So
Hands up, who's got them? Green wellies, anyone?
Mine are pink.
Just me then.
Mine are pink.
Yours are pink.
I've got pink ones.
Do you know why I'm not surprised? I've got green ones with a buckle on that's broken.
Oh.
It rattles. And also, one of the heels has got a little air pocket in it and a hole. So when I walk along, it goes... So you've got a rattly buckle and a sound. But do you know what? I quite like them, so I don't get rid of them. Drives my missus to distraction. We've changed them wellies. They're a nightmare. I know, I like them, actually. When I'm walking the dog.
Oh,
I'm a bit strange.
No, you're perfectly fine.
Perfectly normal.
You're
Thank
perfectly
you.
normal.
Thank you.
Normal.
That's it. Friends forever now. There you go.
This green's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Look how bright it is.
We were discussing wash colours yesterday,
Yeah.
and you know, using watercolour stuff and how honest it is. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have to be too particular. Go over the
No.
edges. Make it nice and personal. No, but what I'm saying, I think it looks great like that. And here are those colours. Just to give you an example, these are the colours that Kelly's using. Now, these are them as they are neat, if you like.
They are. I've taken the ink pad and I've wiped it across the
Simple
card.
as that.
Simple as that.
But then on this one
Look
here...
how bright it is.
Okay, what have you done with that one?
So it's using the blending tools.
Yeah.
Working from dark to light.
So just like a foam blending tool. This one here?
Brushes.
Oh, just brushes, yeah?
Yeah, they're fantastic.
And this one here, it's got more of a sort of like...
That was
a splodgy
ink
look.
down, spray, tap and pick up.
Simple as that. So it's water, so tapping it onto water.
Yeah.
And finally, look at these.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Yeah, that was wipe, spray with water, leave it for a second, it reacts, lift off the water with a paper towel.
Yeah. It looks like an experiment in a Petri dish, doesn't it?
It's fantastic.
Oh, well, your results are back, Mr. Wilson. It doesn't look good.
Oh. That's a bit sad.
No, I don't mean... Another few tablets, a bit of cream can't sort out. We've got all... I've got stuff coming in and out here. Why do you keep coming backwards and forwards? We're going to get Laura. We can get a coffee and a couple of croissants, I think.
Oh, lovely.
Why are you back and forth? No, just one. Right, go on. You keep painting. I've got some lovely messages coming through for you.
Okay, I'm mixing just the orange and the yellow. I'm getting the colours back to front. The yellow and the red to make an orange for the pots.
Oh, terracotta.
Terracotta.
Oh, I've got that. Okay. Well, the pots we've already stamped because the pots we stamped. I say we, Kelly, put them through a brother scan and cut out the actual images and then stamped onto them. So you've got little embellishments. Fabulous. Good morning to Deborah. She's saying good morning to everyone. I'm currently off after having a knee replacement last week. Oh, have you? What have you had it replaced with? An elbow? No, and Rare Earth is just what I need. Just what the doctor ordered, and I can sit and do this easy on a lap tray. Of course you can.
Yeah.
I have a couple of months off to kill, so I've ordered this collection and the inks, so I know that I'll be doing fine to fill my time, plus watching all the shows today. I have quite a few Rare Earth stamp collections are out, and they give you such pristine images, and especially using the load and fold. Load and fold is the best invention ever. Transform my stamping, and could never get a perfect image, but no problem now. Deborah in Southend, first of all, best wishes to you. Hope you get well soon, and it sounds like you can have a nice... Just relax now. Just craft for 2 months. Lovely. This is from... who is this from? Kelly. Hello, Kelly in Redditch. She said, good morning to lovely Kelly and Dean. What fantastic demonstrations from Kelly already, and brilliant ideas with the stamping using the scan and cut. Genius, she said. I'm going to give that a go a little bit later. Another lovely collection of stamps from Rare Earth. You're absolutely right. Don't forget to check out as quickly as you can. 2 shows today, but stock is disappearing quite quickly. 20% nearly of the stock gone in the first 20 minutes, so that's good, isn't it?
That's
Sandra Lopez in Kent. So good morning, everyone. What a lovely set of stamps. Rare Earth always comes up with something a bit different, giving us crafters so many ideas. I have most of Rare Earth stamps and love them. Can I just add their ink? Reaction inks are so fabulous, they're worth it, and the stamping paper is a must. So basically, Sandra's saying, go and buy everything. There you go. So lovely story. So in the meantime, we've got terracotta stamps, and we've only used 3 colours.
We've only used 3 colours. So if you, for some reason, don't want to buy the whole collection, pick out the colours you want. But I think the best is to get the whole collection.
Always best value. Always best value. We put kits together because you're going to end up going, oh, I should have got the red. Oh, I should have got the blue. Oh, I should have got the green. So get the whole lot. And today, the Rare Earth Cottage Garden collection of 91 stamps. We've only used a couple of 3 so far. Yeah. Imagine you've got 91 to choose from. We're using the Floral Abundance. You've got the Bountiful Blooms, which is another one we took the Wellington from pots. And you've got chairs. A lovely arch there as well, which is gorgeous. Little picket fence, a butterfly and a bird. You see what I mean? All these little nice stamps that you can turn to, that you can just composure and pictures. We've got this one at the top here, which is called the Classic Cottages. And what you've got here, the cottage itself, the picket fence, another cottage here with a thatched roof this time, a bit more traditional. Again, so someone has got a pub or something, I said that. But on here you've got a few of the sentiments. House Owl, my home garden, holiday cottage. Whatever. And if that's what you call your caravan, fine. Holiday cottage. And then you've got this lovely bouquet, or it could be a tree. So again, absolutely abundant stuff. But more than that, you get the last one, which is the backgrounds, the one we're using right now. This is the actual brick one Kelly's used. I like this. This is like a dry stone wall, or it could be, brickwork, or it could be crazy paving, whatever. But there's one here with dragonflies on as well, and poppies. I think 2 everlasting stamps that you'll use forever. Absolutely stunning, aren't they? And nearly half price. I mean, they're pretty much half price, these, for club members today. So I'd definitely get on the phones. So we've got a background.
So I've just done my background. I've just matted it on black. I always tend to go for black. You can use a coloured cardstock, or you can use your inks on a white, swipe it down so the colours all match.
Lovely.
But I just like a black. So I'm just going to quickly show you how another reason why this tool, the load and fold, is amazing. So if I'm inking and I miss a bit, oh no, I've got to get a new piece of cardstock.
Yeah, I'll go. What do we need to do a bit?
But because I'm using the load and fold, I can come back in and I
Finish
haven't wasted it. And it's perfect.
It's the original. It's the one, isn't it? And it's quite simple, straightforward. All you've got to do is make sure that you get everything lined up, really.
Yeah.
But how can you not get it lined up if you put the stamp with no ink on the paper and then take it away? It's always got to go back to the same place. You can't not, can it?
No, that's what's amazing. So I'm just going to add a couple more colours back on, spritz, because I don't want this to not match.
Oh, of course not.
I've got to get a bit of colour on there. So I'm not going to go.
Oh, you've just dragged it off the phone.
Yeah.
You don't care, do you?
No. I'm a messy crafter.
Just get it straight on.
Get it straight on. Work it through.
No, I think that's cool. That's personality, that though. If you just do go for it, it shows the personality. It's your own brush strokes. It's your own ideas. Yeah. It's your own speed of crafting.
Definitely.
Lovely.
And then we can just mat that on to a bit of black as well. So I've matted that. We'll do that, and then it's just assembling.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to raise up my little elements on some foam pads to give the card dimension.
Okay, lovely. Don't worry about me. I'm just talking to upstairs.
Okay. I wasn't sure if I was talking too much.
No, it's all right. Well, let me explain. No, everyone at house. Right. So when you're crafting, and then Stuart does a close up like this. Okay, like that. I get a chance to talk to the people upstairs without people at home knowing I'm doing it.
Right.
So you're doing that, going blah blah blah, doing it, and I'm like, imagine this is a close up now. I'm going.
Which is really bizarre for me.
I know.
All I can see is this.
And she's going, am I doing anything wrong?
Yeah.
This is the worst part of being a guest for the first time. Once you've done the first show, you go, oh really? I've got to ignore him. And now all the guests ignore me now.
No,
but in a nice way.
Okay, that's
in a nice way when I'm doing the sign language. Some of the sign language you don't want to see.
I actually do sign.
Do you?
My best friend is at home watching now, and she's deaf.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know a few things.
Yeah, thank you.
Exactly. I know a few things because I tell you why. My other half's best friend, they're two boys, partially deaf. So they all sign, and Mum signs everywhere. So we pick up a bit when they come round, and it's interesting because you don't think about it, but when they come, there's a few things we've learned that I have to think about sign. It's something. Do you know what? I've got this thing, right? I've got this dream. I had a dream. Do you know what I'll do tomorrow? I think you agree with me. But we have all this thing, like a translator on your phone. And you go away, and you're talking it, and it says the language. Why don't we do a basic sign, and every person in the world learns sign? On the planet, without exception. We'll get together as a national planet committee. Go, right, every country in the world, we're going to learn this, right? Yeah. So when you go abroad, and you're a bit stuck, if in the next 50 years we educate the next 2 generations and teach them sign, everyone can talk to everyone. Yeah. It's a universal language, surely?
Each country has their own version of sign language.
Don't care about that. I know there's American Sign, there's British Sign, and there's British Sign Association or whatever. I'd understand. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, on my soapbox
Let's do
now.
one.
I'm on my soapbox. Can we get together, please? Well, imagine that. If in the next 70 years we teach all the kids to sign, so everyone, no one's excluded. No one's excluded. And even people who can hear, you go abroad, you just sign. You don't have to go, pizza! Like we do in the UK, we're rubbish, aren't we? So say it loud and they'll understand. So sorry, that's my soapbox. I'm really passionate about that because I think it's common sense.
I think it's something that they should have taught in schools from a very young age.
Thank you. From primary school onwards. Yeah. I want Georgie to learn. He learns with his friends. But anyway, that's enough for me. We're in the Garden of Hope. 465661. My Stamps Rare Earth Cottage Garden Collection. Kelly's here. It's a first time we'll be second time on, and I think she's done a fantastic job. And we've got more top tips and hints for you. But first of all, take advantage of this incredible value. It's less than half price today, and you're getting amazing stamps from Rare Earth. This is what we did earlier.
This is a fantastic magazine just launched here exclusively at Create and Craft from, of course, Tonic. And it is amazing because of the amount of things that you are getting with it. First of all, look at that die there. Wow. Then we go down. You've got an embossing folder. You've got stamps. You've got your magazine. And you've got your craft papers. And those papers, by the way, printed on craft paper, not glossy magazine paper. And also they are double-sided. And you are getting toppers as well. The die that I mentioned, this is around about normally £20-ish. It's actually 11 dies in one, but this is coming in with your magazine today. So when you look at that value, suddenly it all starts to add up. Also, of course, beautiful stamps and, of course, your wonderful little embossing folder. It all works beautifully together. The Tonic magazine, launched right now, 470779 is your item number. Grab it while it's still here.
Thanks, Rach. Yeah, absolutely. Tonic and so much more to see today. Keith is in the house with another collection from Kanban. Fiona's going to be back again a little bit later on with more from Crafter's Companion. But for the moment, take advantage of these amazing A4 stamp kits because you know what? You could buy them and maybe give them away as gifts, about £10 each. But when you get them, it's going to be hard to do that because you want to keep them all. Keep them on the actual sheets themselves, the acetate sheets, peel them off, put them on. You can stamp onto card, but remember, you can now buy fabric ink. So you could print onto fabric, make fabric blocks then become quilts, and now you're quilting with your stamps, not just paper crafting, and on it goes. Children love to stamp, children understand the concept of it, building a picture. It's something you'll have for years and years and years. They're polymer, they've got a great image reproduction. You can see that on the show this morning, but more importantly, you're only paying $41.38 for it. Now, I know that's a lot. Maybe think of Thursday. Maybe you're like us. Maybe you'll make it to one day Tuesday, or maybe next Friday get paid. £20.69. Get on Flexi. That's what we're going to do. The Flexi Pay kicks in and you can get your stamp straight away and so you can play before you pay. 465661 is the item number and they're all available right now at crankcraft.com. Then you think, that £91, yeah, but where have you got that price from? Well, I'll tell you where we got it from because every single one of these is available as an individual item on the website every day of the week and they've all got their own item number. And because of that, we've got a price, so it's $22.99. And I think it's a very fair and reasonable price for a lot of stamps on one sheet. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's about 20.29 on each sheet, so that's a really good value. 41.38 is even better. Club price, excuse me, just for one day only. 91 stamps in total, 41.38. Please be quick. Now, while you've got the Sexy Flexi basket open, because we turn everything into FlexiPay, how about the blending inks that Kelly was using a few months ago? The 6 colour pads, don't worry them being bright, we've already proved. Mix your colours properly like you learned at school, you can get any colour you want. $29.99 from Rare Earth. All that, but if you split that in half, it's £15. Now, if you want to get the whole kit, go up the card as well, Dean, because I don't know what card to buy. Don't worry, we can send it to you in the pack. And isn't it nice if you buy stamps and you may be stamping for the first time or you're sort of growing your stamping enthusiasm to have the right cardstock in the box. 387573, 58 full sheets for £8.99. Bargain. Now, the pigment ink pad is the sticky ink, basically, the one we use to do embossing. That's what you want. Put it onto your stamps, put it onto your carding, throw the embossing powder on, and get yourself a nice long-leaded heat tool. And then off you go. £6.29 is your price for that one. But don't forget to wipe your stamp afterwards. Try and keep your stamps as clean as you possibly can while you are home. Nice little foam pad or maybe a cloth from home. 390-066. And we used the brush this morning for fine detail and also splosh it on, skin it on there. The Rare Earth Watercolour set of 5 Multimedia brushes are exactly that, and they are gorgeous. The ferrules are all metal, you've got beautiful bristles on there and wooden handle in between, so, really nice to hold and handle, and you feel like an artist. £7.19. And all that precision comes with the load and fold. Yeah, you load your stamp, you fold it over, bosh, it's all done. $26.99. And if you miss a bit like you did in the old days, you don't have to hover over, hoping that it's all going to turn out, and you end up with a that'll do. Not anymore. Perfection is the key. 427890, and you get it with the 8v8 and the 6v8. You're not going to get either or. We're going to send you them both. And to do all your work, stay in one place with the glass cutting mat, because you see already the Kelly this morning using the rings on the glass cutting mat. Easy to use, easy to wipe clean. All the measurements are on there as well in your conversions, but more than that, it's your place where you can craft, because you always end up in a 12 by 12 space. Even if you have a whole table, you'll end up in a 12 by 12 space, because that's where it all ends up here, isn't it? Right here. Welcome, you're watching Creating Crafts. My name's Dean. This is the Stamps by Rare Earth Hour with lovely Kelly, who's been on their screens for the second time ever. And the first time was a bit of a joint effort, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. It was with the lovely Hannah.
Lovely
She's
Hannah.
amazing.
Hello, Hannah, if you're watching.
Hello, Hannah.
Can I just say, Hannah, in your perfectly formed and organised craft room, because I've seen the picture.
Oh, jealous.
Have you seen it?
No, I have to go on and look later.
Beautiful. Yes, anyway, she'll email in now. So then, let's do another little demonstration for the people.
So we're going to do a masking technique. So this is a quicker card for us to make, but it's a masking technique which you can use throughout these stamp sets, and it just will work really well. So we're going to stamp first with our little wellies, and we're going to build up an image with them. So I'm just using the black Rare Earth ink, which I love.
Yep, absolutely.
It always gives good coverage.
See, in some cases, you see stamps, you see cards in sort of high-end stores in the mall with that and a little message on with a gem or something, and that's it, and they're like £3 or £4.
Yeah.
With a pair of wellies on.
Yeah. And we're going to recreate our own.
Okay,
so with this, I'm actually going to stamp 3 sets of wellies because there's 3 people in my household.
We've only got 3 sets. I've got 4 sets.
Oh yeah.
Wellies everywhere. I put the little wellies inside the big wellies though to save some space.
Well, that's quite clever. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you know, turn them upside down, put them inside.
Yeah.
So then you got you see and turn them inside out. And
that's very clever.
Yeah, and also when they're in the car, you put one wellie inside the other, and they don't fly around in the car. With the socks inside, job done. So I mean, irritating, are I sometimes?
No, not at all.
Irritatingly organised.
So what I've done is I've masked off my first set of wellies, so the second set look like they're sitting behind. They also look a little bit bigger, which for me that's like we're going in size order.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do wrong one. We're going to stick that back on. Now, if you've got the Rare Earth masking sheets, they're fantastic. But unfortunately, mine didn't come in time for today. Right, okay. So I'm using a sticky note, but you can use, I would recommend the Rare Earth. Ooh.
Oh, hang on.
Oh.
That's why you tape it down.
That's why you tape it down. Yeah, we're all right.
We're all right. We're sorted.
We're all right.
We've got away with it. Don't forget to keep. Oh, Ian, look at more emails. Look at this. Absolutely. I read emails for the new guests because I like to it makes you feel at home, doesn't it? Carol says good morning. She's in Devon. Oh, lovely. But it's lovely down there this morning. Love to see another new demonstrator. So welcome to Kelly. Just love all Rare Earth products. And yes, again, this collection does not disappoint. Enjoying your demonstrations, Kelly, and that you are using just a few colours to make other colours to complete the project. Keep bringing us all these goodies. We will. Morning, Dean and Kelly. The show today takes me back many years. Traditional crafting, how most people began their crafting journey, and me included. Lovely demos, blending hints from Kelly, says Pat, who's in Ipswich. Thank you, Pat. It's very nice for you to say so this morning. Yeah. I know you're there. Was little Mandy watching this morning?
No, he's at nursery this morning.
Is it nursery? Is it?
Yeah, he's at nursery. Yeah. Although he watched me for the first time the other Saturday, and apparently he was like, my mummy. Was very confused that mummy was on telly.
Yeah. Well, so. I've got to that stage now where it's like, can we put the other side on now? Can we put it back now? It's just Dad. Oh no, yeah, but I want to.
So what I'm doing now is I'm not masking properly. I'm just using a bit of tissue, and I'm just using my brushes to kind of blend in the colour. It doesn't matter if it goes on it.
No.
No.
I love your laid back approach to this.
Yeah, because I think that's more natural. You know.
Rustic.
Yeah, rustic. I like a bit of rustic.
I was going to say rough, but it's not the same word.
Yeah, a bit rough.
Okay.
bit rough.
A bit rough, that old craft in there. In the nicest way, but it's rustic.
Yeah.
Rustic and antique-y.
So, yeah, I'm just literally blending the colour through. And if I wanted to get a thick colour, I would just keep on adding more and more colour. And then it will eventually go to the darker, but I kind of want the kind of wishy-washy.
But you've added the water to get that wishy-washy sort of old, oh dear, I spilled my coffee on it look. I know, even though it's not coffee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I've got the kind of green, and now I'm going to go in with the blue. And we're just
I love these brushes, don't you?
Oh, I love
I've got
them.
a couple of sets of these.
They're fantastic.
Yeah, I do cutting in with mine.
Can you?
Yeah, cutting on the skirting boards and that, because it's such a lovely brush. It's just
They are.
not the whole lot, but just the bits in the corners where it's got a fine tip and it just gets in the corners. I know it takes a bit longer, and all the professional decorators are going, oh, blimey. But it works.
Yeah.
And I wash them out and they're lovely. That's why I've got 2 sets, one for decorating, one for craft.
I don't blame you. Are you a crafter?
Well, I'm creative. I don't
Creative.
do craft on the very because wood and furniture and bits and pieces and DIY is my thing.
Oh, okay. Well, you're a maker.
I'm a maker.
You're a maker.
Definitely a maker.
I consider myself a maker because
I'm a maker. Yeah,
I just like making.
I do a bit of craft with Georgie sometimes. We sit and do that, and I pass on. I'm like a fountain of knowledge. Drink from me. You know what I mean? And the thing is, I do that sitting down and do a bit of craft with Georgie. But yeah, I like hardware. I like sort of like hard landscaping in the garden. I like building the big stuff. Do you know?
Yeah. Let me use that.
But I think all making is crafted.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
And I think people think I don't like labelling things because craft does have a thing like, oh, it's paper or it's. If you call yourself a maker, it's an American term, actually, fact, maker.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you're a maker, you make stuff, so that's fine. It's cool.
Oh yeah. No, I love making.
Yeah,
but
my eldest son misinterprets it as I make a mess.
Oh, I could be accused of that myself.
Yeah.
So now we've made our kind of lovely, colourful background,
I love
and
that.
you can add more and more colour. However you prefer to do it, because we all have our kind of the ways that we like to.
You really
make
haven't
our
got any
cards.
rules here. What we're saying,
No.
there aren't any rules. We aren't saying you've got to do this, you've got to do that. Listen, if yours turns out a little bit different, that's absolutely fine, and that's taking away then the fear of craft, really.
Well, what I say to all my ladies in my classes is, because I run card making classes from my home for a group of ladies, and I always say the project that I've got for them to look at is just an example, because their style might not be the same as mine. So just use mine and then create what you want to. You can, because some people like to create exactly what they're seeing in front of them, but you don't have to. Just use this as an inspiration for your style. Look how lovely that colour goes on. It's beautiful.
You can lose yourself in this.
Oh, yeah.
I can tell you why mindfulness comes is a word that's used a lot with craft, can't you?
Oh, yeah, definitely. When I was prepping this, there's another one that I've got, which is a long demonstration, so we might not got round to
it
that.
later, 5
But we'll
o'clock.
do it later. And I literally sat there painting whilst my other half was watching some comedy program, and I was just lost in it, and he's just like, are you watching this? I'm like, no, I'm painting.
But at least you're not on your phone.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're doing something other than staring into a screen. And look, you could be doing this at home.
Yeah.
Buy yourself some brushes, buy yourself some stamps, buy yourself some inks. Actually, come to think of it, should we do a little add up? If you wanted to start today and you're watching this, you're being inspired, and you think to yourself, I might do that. So we've got the stamps, you're going to need the inks, you need the brushes, paper, and do you know the whole lot? It's the whole show.
Yeah.
You do everything, don't you? A glass mat, load and fold, brushes, paper, ink, and stamps. Let's do the whole show. You know why? Because it all go in a sexy flexi basket. What would the flexi be if you bought the whole show? Which means you've got everything that Kelly's been using in the show. Ready for this? This is your crafting journey. Now, bearing in mind, a half decent set of golf clubs is going to be 200 quid. Right? Half decent fishing rod, again, was it up to a couple £100, £100, £200 for a half decent fish? That's without the
I
tackle.
have no idea. I'm not a fisher.
A football shirt with your team on, with your name on, is going to be what, 50 to 60 quid for an adult shirt, and more, 70 quid. Yeah, I'm just saying. What do we come to, Sam? 132 quid and 52 pence. We've divided it by 2, 66.26 today for the whole show, and you are now stamping and doing all the techniques, have everything you need. Just add water. That's all you need to do.
Just add water.
Just add water and watch the telly. Watch Kelly on the telly. I knew I'd get something. Right, watch Kelly on the telly, and then you'll be up and running. £66 for the whole lot. That's not a bad show price, is it, on Flexi?
Ooh. Sorry, I'm chucking my ink pad
Do
around.
whatever you want,
Yeah, my bad.
Nice,
I always have ink on me because I end up rubbing it on myself.
This is a weird thing.
Always.
I've just noticed something else that's a bit weird, because I got taken the mickey out. We've both got corduroy on.
Oh, we have. That wasn't even planned.
No, I've just noticed, hang on a minute, because I've got my new corduroy. Oh, they're old. No, I bought them for a young man shop. Corduroy's back, apparently. And you've got a burgundy corduroy dress on.
I do. I love a bit of cord.
I love a bit of cord. I do, yeah. Anyway, on that note, talking of things in fashion, and a lady that's always in fashion. Not quite ready for... Don't panic, Jen. Don't panic, love. It's all right. I'll fill. Don't worry. Right on time! Lady that's... Welcome to the show, Kel. Lady that's always... Right on time! Is Jenny.
Yes, we have got for you. I could go on, but I won't. Now, we have got for you an incredible collection at a super low price. If you love Kanban, we got the man himself. We've also got some gorgeous art deco. Just beautiful. Look at the colours, the rich purples and the reds and the blues. You love them, don't you? I know you do, because you're already shopping ahead for this. But now, so that we're not late and we're right on time, we better get back to Dean.
Oh, with a voice like that, she's a devil woman. Oh, we're going on, aren't we? All morning is going to go on. We're joining ourselves, so we don't care. Like, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? It took me 3 hours to get here.
3 and a bit.
3 and a bit. I know the journey.
Yeah, I came up last night because I couldn't face that drive in the morning.
And especially going over the bridge in the dark.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go back over the bridge. You got under the tunnel and over the bridge.
Yeah. Well, I don't actually go Dartford way.
Do you not?
No, it's only 5 to 6 minutes quicker apparently. So.
Yeah. Oh, unless you don't bother that way.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, look what we've just done. Look, the beautiful Wellington boots standing in the hallway, the family boots, but it's the background that you've created with your inks and your brushes and your bits and pieces. You can create all of this today. $41.38 is the full price for the stamps, but for £66 on Flexi, 2 payments £66, you can own the whole show. Well, you can't, because Laura's taken it away. What are you doing with my show? Keith needs more space. Well, tell Keith to... Should take the camera off me and just turn my mic down for a second. Keith? Right, because I want my show back. Thank you. Needs more space on that. God, the mime language in that, boy. Look what we've just made, ladies and gentlemen. You can make this by literally picking up the phone, 09056400480 or createandcraft.com. But don't worry about being perfect. Okay, because perfection isn't something we're after here, is it, Kelly?
No, and I think that's what's beautiful about watercolouring is actually it doesn't need to be perfect because it's a washed effect. You know, if you want, you can be precise and you can go in for detail, if you want to. But I'm not a watercolourist. I just like to slap on paint, and I always feel that I get a good look.
Just have fun. I think you do a great look. Listen, we're going to go to apparently a finished sample VT type of thing, apparently. So what we're going to do is show you some of the cards that we've made. Hopefully it'll inspire you to get online and get yourself some Rare Earth stamps. Everyone's far too chilled out. We're all off a latte after this, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
Later. We can only have it before 12, you know that?
Really?
Yeah, apparently in Italy, don't have a latte after 12. No. It's a morning drink.
Oh,
ask the Italian. Yeah, ask Italians. 465661, Fountain of Knowledge. No, is it the fountain of useless information? Listen, as a crafter, you want to have as much stuff as possible, right?
Yeah.
But it's about affordability. So this is one of the situations where loads of stuff for a little bit of money. And I think for £10 a set, it's worth its weight in gold, isn't it?
Oh, my God, yeah. I would happily pay £10 for half of the stamps that you get on here because of the variety you get.
Yes.
You've got flowers, you've got butterflies, you've got birds, and it all works so well together. And the proportions in each set are so well made that actually they work so well together.
And that's the point. There aren't just 4 individual sets that we've pulled out of the warehouse and put together a set. They've actually been thought about. So if you want to do just a monochrome, black and white, just poppy thing, or you want to do a wall, or you want to do something garden-esque, you can. Let me just quickly take you through this before the end of the show. Obviously, these aren't the real size. These are just interpretations of the pictures, so you know what you're getting. There's your 4 backgrounds. So you've got your dragonflies and your stone wall, and you've got your brick wall that we did, and your poppies. I should probably turn it that way, probably. Anyway, never mind. And then you got this one. Then this one, they're all complete opposites. Classic Cottages. We have that little classic cottage, so that stone wall, and you've got the gabled windows at the top. But then you've also got a classic one here with the thatched roof, but also sentiments as well. And again, like you say, sort of a lot of variety in there. Yeah. The third one we're going to give for you, this is called Floral Abundance. This is your gardening, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of everything there. So you cut individual things out. Now, remind us that scan it to your brother, scan and cut the pieces out, and then stamp onto them afterwards, and then you've got your own embellishments. But as Kelly was saying, do it that way. You can take all the bits with you when you're out and about. If you've got nothing to do on the train, you're always crafting. And finally, beautiful blooms, including the bike. Because there was a period of time when we had lots of bicycles with flowers on them, didn't we?
Yeah.
Everyone was buying old bicycles.
Yeah, it was a thing. People had them in their front gardens.
I had an old bike in the garden once. And and the thing is, you have good intention, don't you? Don't you start on the lot. Enough with this lot. And they don't laugh out loud, the girls are on. They just smirk. Ladies and gentlemen, all of those stamps, 91 in total for amazing 41.38. Can I just remind you, though, we did have a bit of an add-up a moment ago, and everything on the show that Kelly's been using, the stamps, the inks, the brushes, the paper or the cardstock, the glass cutting mat, and there was something else. Oh, the load and folds. Just over about £66 and some change on your first payment, 66.26 on your first flexi payment, will send you the whole stamping kit. Everything you need to get started, which is amazing.
Yeah,
now, I didn't ask about a giveaway, but are we going to give a card away?
Yeah,
oh,
of course.
Fantastic.
If I pick it, do you mind reading it? I'm rubbish at reading out loud.
In public. You've done rather well on the telly, though, haven't you?
I'm dyslexic, I can't read off
Oh,
paper.
bless your heart.
No, it's fine.
That's okay. I'll do this. What are the chances? What is the chances of Kelly pulling a person out called Kelly? That's never going to happen, is it? It's never going to happen in a million years. Kelly Powell in Redditch in Worcestershire, you won again. Well done. You've had your card pulled out by lovely Kelly. You're a superstar. Thank you. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in an hour. Here's Jen.